It won't be like you're not a part of Facebook. You're not a part of Facebook.
My name's on the masthead.
You might want to check again.
Oh, if you already know the answers to your questions, then why ask?
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I like the way you die, boy.
I don't want to be a product of my environment.
Now answer my question. Were you rushing or were you dragging?
My boy's a wicked smart.
What is up? Film Fixation Podcast. We are back. It's a new episode. Very excited about this one. We're diving into a classic because Austin didn't want to go see Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is, it's okay. It's fine. It's understandable.
You went and saw it or no?
No.
Yeah.
I won't go without you, dude.
I'd go see it. Really? I was busy last weekend. What was I doing?
I don't know. What were you? You were out of town, weren't you?
Probably. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was doing.
I don't know. And I read reviews. It's supposed to be boring, which is surprising because it's about Dracula on a cruise ship or whatever. So
I don't know if it's a cruise ship.
what is it? What kind of ship is it?
But yeah, how exciting can you make that?
Pretty exciting. I mean, I was excited for it
Yeah.
before I read reviews.
The trailer kind of turned me off. The only cool thing was Dracula.
Dracula. Yeah.
The main guy's Benny from In the Heights.
Okay. Is he?
Yeah.
The Latino guy?
No, the black dude.
Okay. I haven't seen Into the Heights, but I mean, that's cool.
Let me get his name.
I was just excited I like those condensed, like, films that take place in one location, you know, and they're short.
The Witch.
Yes, exactly like The Witch. So, did I say that's what we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about The Witch today. Very excited. It's Austin's top 4. It's in his top 4.
Top 4 in Letterboxd.
Is it number 1?
No.
It's 2. I think
all
it's,
time. Oh, I guess I don't really order them.
yeah, but like
It's number 3 right now
number 3.
on that.
Okay.
If we're going by that metric.
Yeah, so I really love it as well. Fantastic horror film. But yeah, we're going to get into it. Before we do that, we got film news for you. Austin, you want to take that away?
So the best and most important news is we've got a new setup. So if we look a little different,
Yes.
sitting next to each other, which should change the vibe a little bit. Usually we're sitting way across the room.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we're just going to keep on improving, everybody, because guess what? We're committed, okay?
yeah,
We've listened to you guys,
listen to your input.
and we're going to do this thing.
Yeah, we're grateful for your donations that have helped us afford
Yeah.
all this new equipment. So
Yeah.
please keep donating.
Please.
Keep supporting. Okay, into the news. Indiana Jones 5 and Mission Impossible 7 will both reportedly lose $100 million,
That's good.
which is, I mean, I think it's sad. Like,
Mm,
I'm okay with Indy losing
okay.
because
Yeah.
Harrison Ford doesn't care. But like Tom Cruise, he saved cinema with Top Gun Maverick.
It's just, it wasn't a good movie.
I know, I didn't like it.
You saw it. Okay,
I
yeah.
saw it. Didn't enjoy it. It was really bad. But still, I just want Tom Cruise to win, you know?
Yeah, me too. I like Tom Cruise in his movies. You know, I love him as an action star.
So yeah, I want him to be successful. That sucks, but I guess they deserve it for making crap movies, especially because Mission Impossible 7 came out 2 weeks before Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
Like they all got kicked off of their IMAX screens and stuff like that. So
or poor planning.
just really
Yeah.
bad.
Have you dived into like how weird Tom Cruise is and
Yeah,
all that stuff? Yeah.
yeah. That's why a lot of people don't like him.
Have you seen the Oprah Winfrey interview? He jumps on the couch and stuff.
No.
You haven't seen that?
We'll have to watch.
We'll pull up a clip or
Okay.
something. Dude, well, it's just so weird. He's so like energetic and crazy. And I mean, Oprah's not helping. She's
Right.
like riling him up. It's like a puppy.
When
You know.
was it?
I think it was like peak Tom Cruise. It was like probably early 2000s.
Weird.
You know, biggest movie star in the world. He was dating Katie Holmes at the time.
Okay.
And that's why he was all riled up. He's like, I'm in love. I've met somebody. And he's shaking Oprah or whatever. Like, just over aggressive. Like, there's probably some Tom Cruise role that
Yeah.
just like how he was acting in the moment. But he gets up and he jumps on the couch. Katie Holmes, like, she's like backstage, she doesn't want to come out. and he runs back there to like and physically like grabs her and brings her out and stuff.
Wow.
And yeah,
Okay.
it's,
Weird guy.
It's entertaining, and it's
So all that Scientology stuff.
yeah. I haven't looked into.
Neither have I. You know.
I mean, I've been to a few meetings.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. I've been in it for a few years. but-
Yeah.
Next bit of news: taxi driver writer Paul Schrader has been asked to make a JFK assassination film.
Okay.
Viggo Mortensen, Shia LaBeouf, Al Pacino, John Travolta, Courtney Love.
That's a fantastic cast.
It's gonna be crazy.
Pacino.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you like the Joker?
Yeah, I really do.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a ripoff of Taxi Driver.
It's a more accessible Taxi Driver. Like I watched The Joker before I watched Taxi Driver, and I'm not
Okay.
gonna say it's better,
Mm.
but it's a more modern take with a familiar character. Taxi Drivers are more honest and like
dirty, grimy.
visceral thing.
Yeah.
But I liked The Joker for what it was.
Because I watched Taxi Driver first.
Yeah.
And then when I saw Joker, I'm like, this is just a ripoff. Like, I don't see this as an homage. Why don't you come up with some of your own ideas? And like, I mean, the plot is pretty much exactly the same. De Niro's in it, you know, and
Yeah.
the ending is kind of like, there's a lot of parallels to Taxi Driver. But
Much like De Niro in it seems almost like it's okay. Like he blesses that movie. You know what I mean?
he needs Martin's blessing.
Yeah,
No.
that's true. That's true.
I don't know, but it's good still.
I like it.
Okay.
This is big news. The Blindside subject Michael Orr says his family lied about adopting him, made millions off the movie.
I saw that.
That's horrible.
How does he keep that to himself for so long?
No, he didn't find out until early this year.
Oh,
He didn't know.
they didn't actually adopt him.
They tricked him. This is how the story goes.
Okay.
They tricked him.
Yeah.
And it's a conservatorship, not an adoption.
Okay, yeah.
They were signing all this stuff. He was just so young at the time,
Mm-hmm.
thought it was... And I mean, he was like 17, 18 years old when he got adopted.
Yeah, high
So
school.
you're a kid, dude. Like, you don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But also, in all of this, he's been kind of talking about how he didn't like the movie and how it was like a weird portrayal of him and made him look so stupid. And
I
he was
know.
like,
Big Mike.
he already had offers from schools, but they made him seem like he was like...
Like he never
mentally
played
challenged.
football
Yeah.
before. There's that one scene where he gets like distracted by the balloons. Remember that?
the butterflies or whatever.
Oh yeah, the butterflies or
It's
whatever.
horrible.
Yeah, and she's Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
You know, the genius football mind that she is.
Yeah.
Just like grabs him by the helmet, tells him how to block, you know, and relates the quarterback to her or whatever. Yeah.
Well,
Makes him seem pretty dumb.
yeah. And turns out that lady that she's portraying, Leanne Tui,
Mm-hmm.
is just an evil person, which we should have seen coming. I feel like,
Yeah.
not to get too woke, too political, but white savior films like that bug the crap out of me.
Really?
Like
That's a
that.
prime example. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was talking to my buddy the other night, Parker, we were talking about the Green Book. He was like, I liked it. And I was like, dude, it's so bad.
Really?
Just, I don't know.
I liked that one. At the time, I didn't look at it through that lens.
I think even revisiting it now without that lens,
Mhm.
if you went into it blind again, like Viggo Mortensen's performance is really weird.
Really?
He's great. But anyway, it's just a weird story. I didn't like it that much. And
Yeah.
same thing, the Mahershala Ali's character, that guy's family came out and said, like, most of this isn't true. Like,
Really?
this is weird. Yeah. It's weird that Hollywood takes these actual real life events that are feel good stories and then twists them.
Yeah. Did that win Best Picture?
No, but Green Book, yeah, it did.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And The Blind Side, Sandra Bullock got an Oscar for that,
She won Best
Best Actress.
Actress. Okay.
So kind of crazy.
That's awesome
For
for her. She's also kind of weird
yeah,
with the whatever the lotions she puts in her face. it's babies.
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome, yeah. Let's just talk about adrenochrome for the rest of the podcast.
We're gonna get flat.
I've done some research. I want to discuss it.
Well, if we're gonna talk about it, Kate Blanchett as well.
Oh,
She's-
yeah. I mean, look at her.
Yes.
What is she, like 80?
Yeah.
You know?
85.
85.
Yeah, she looks
She's-
great.
She's like just a few years younger than Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And she looks like that.
That's insane.
I know.
No, but it works. She's hot in Thor Ragnarok. You know,
Would
Her
you do
blue
it?
hair. Yeah.
Would you do it?
Oh, sure.
That's kind of parallels to The Witch, which
Oh, yeah.
The Witch uses adrenochrome. So it's a good thing we brought this up. Yes.
Okay.
Dude, that shocked me. Because, okay, spoilers, right? You guys listening or watching, if you're listening, you're an idiot. Okay. Download YouTube. you boomers. Okay, quit listening on Spotify. That when the baby, like, she's playing peekaboo, and it just disappears. I was like, there's no way. That was too quick, Yeah. And then the tree rustles. But then I was like, okay, because it's been a while since I've seen this. I think it's been a year and a half. And then it's like, okay, I don't remember exactly what happens with the baby.
Yeah.
But then all hope was just lost, just like that. When I saw what happened, terrifying and shocking. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, for my wife, as I was leaving today, I said, you're not going to listen to this because you're never going to watch the movie because she refuses to.
She hasn't seen The Witch.
She won't watch any scary movie, especially if I tell her they're good. So it's really upsetting. Anyway, for Grace, since you'll never watch this, the baby gets ground into a paste and the witch like lathers herself and her broom with it. It's really horrible. She's naked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just gruesome.
Very, very dark.
I was reading in the trivia that the actress had like a really hard time with that.
The old lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
she's not familiar with adrenochrome.
No, she's not.
Okay.
No. She really didn't like the idea of like rubbing fake baby guts on herself. But then she like
why, dude? Why don't you Robert Eggers cast you in his movie. Why don't you be a little grateful?
No, I know.
And rub fake baby guts on yourself.
I want to find what it said. Anyway, we can come back to that.
I mean, it paid off. She looks fantastic the next time we see her.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's
little
Caleb wanders into the woods.
Is it The Witch? What is the title referring to?
Is
The Witches?
The Witch of the Woods? The Wicked Witch of the Woods? Do you think is it referring to Anya, Taylor-Joy's character?
Thomason, yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy's character.
Thomason.
Because at the very end, because I was watching some videos and people are theorizing, that the witch that takes Sam is the very same witch that tempts Caleb.
Okay.
And is his name Caleb? Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb. I think so. I think so too.
You think so?
Well, it's got to be, right?
Her hand come around. Yeah, I guess.
She's wearing the red cloak when she takes Samuel.
Right.
And she's also wearing the red cloak when she takes Caleb.
But we know there are multiple witches in the wood.
Are there?
By the end of the movie. There's like 6.
Oh, yeah.
So why wouldn't they all be picking one of the kids off,
I don't know.
I think Robert Eggers, when I was reading about this, he intentionally leaves it up to interpretation.
It probably is about Anya, now that you
That's
say
what I'm
that.
thinking.
Because there are multiple witches.
Yeah.
I would say, if there was like one witch, then I would say it was about the original one, but it probably is about Anya. It's like her origin story to
Exactly.
become a witch.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So pretty cool.
Are we still at film news?
Yeah, we still are.
Okay.
Let me just run through that real quick.
Yeah.
Josh says this is his favorite part of the podcast. It's the film news.
Really? Because he doesn't
Sometimes
know anything.
Sometimes he doesn't know the other movies we're talking about.
Okay.
Oppenheimer enters top 10 highest grossing R-rated movies. Pretty great.
Love it. What's number one?
I don't know.
Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Off the top of my head.
We don't want to get off subject again.
Anyway, yeah, we'll revisit it.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is remaking Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Apparently, he says he can do it better. I haven't seen Vertigo.
That's
One of
pretty.
the best movies ever.
That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Have you seen Psycho?
No. Have you?
Neither have I. No.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that.
We're not very. We're kind of just getting into film.
Like 2020s type guys. Barbie officially becomes the highest grossing Warner Brother film, surpasses The Dark Knight, which is insane.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Insane. And that's our last bit of news. There's a little soundbite about Sound of Freedom, streaming rights looking for an 8-figure buyout.
Jeez.
We'll see about that.
I didn't see that. You didn't see it either?
Sound of Freedom?
Yeah.
No.
I need to watch it when it comes to streaming.
Dude, it's made by our people.
Is it?
By the members of the church.
Oh, sick.
But apparently it's, anyway. fraught with controversy. So that's our film news.
Okay, I love that. That's perfect. We'll get back into adrenochrome later.
Yeah. We're getting right back in it right now.
Yeah. Okay. The Witch, 2015. This film came out. Robert Eggers is the director. His film debut, which is incredible. We've talked about a lot of great film debuts on this podcast. This is one of our favorites, obviously. It's starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Ralph Ineson, Kate Dickie. This was her film debut as well as Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Wonderful breakout performance. And Harvey Scrimshaw. And then the two little kids. Who cares about them? They pissed me off. So yeah, that's the synopsis. Let me read what it's about. New England, 1630. Long time ago, people.
Yeah.
William and Catherine try to lead a devout Christian life, homesteading on the edge of an impassable wilderness with their 5 children when their newborn son mysteriously vanishes and their crops fail. The family begins to turn on one another. The Witch is a chilling portrait. Gosh, dude, I messed it up.
You're good, dude.
Is a chilling portrait of a family unraveling within their own sins, leaving them prey for an inconceivable evil. Wow. The reviews for this, pretty mixed, I'll say. 90% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, which I love. 60% audience score. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I mean, it adds up. I think, we'll talk about it in a sec, but IGN, 7 out of 10. IMDb, 7.0. And the Letterboxd average is a 3.8. So, what's Barbie? 3.9, I think?
It might still be like a 4.1.
Oh, that's, okay.
Let's see.
I'm very wrong then.
Barbie is sitting at a 4.1.
4.1, okay. So I watched this back in probably 2016. Just getting into Eggers films. When did The Lighthouse come out? 2019?
Yeah. So this would have been his only movie at the time.
Okay. Well, I think I watched it before, like 2017 or whatever.
Right.
Watched it on my phone. I was in that era where I was like just pirating movies,
right.
Instead of just paying for them. Put Locker, 1, 2, 3 movies. Shout out to you guys. Really liked it. Watched the whole thing. Was a little bit shook, right? Revisited it a year and a half ago. Showed it to a bunch of my friends at college. Very good experience. Everybody paid attention, which is surprising. And
when was that? Had I moved?
Yeah, you had moved. Had moved. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, when did you watch it for the first time?
Earlier this year.
Earlier this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, the reason I revisited earlier this week was because I was like, I've really gotten into movies a lot this year. Like I've watched over 150 movies this year.
Oh yeah.
And like at the beginning of the year, if I would have said something was good, is it still good now?
Yeah.
That I've seen like some of the greats. So I wanted to revisit it. Still great,
Still great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved it when we watched it. I gave it a 4-star.
Yeah.
Just because like maybe some people were like, yeah, that's a 4-star in the group. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
4-star, whatever.
Well, it's difficult because it is kind of like it's only 90 minutes. So it moves pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But the way they talk, like everything's so immersive.
Oh yeah.
That might not be great for some people. They might see it as boring or confusing the way they talk, but I just love that aspect of it.
No, I loved it too. I started it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put on subtitles just so I can understand everything that they're saying.
Subtitles guy.
I'm not. Here's the reason. If it's a first watch, I don't like subtitles because I feel like it distracts me from the frame and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I just, try real hard to understand the dialogue. If it's my first time, but then like second time, if I feel like there's stuff that I don't quite understand, I'm all for subtitles so I can learn more about what's going on.
Right.
So this time I did use subtitles.
Okay.
enjoyed it a ton. Moved my rating to a 4.5. Just because, like, you've given this a 5-star. You kind of owned this film. Like, this feels like it's yours.
I love this film.
And I don't want to take that from you.
No, but
This is your 5-star. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
for 4.5.
Same thing. I have no issues with it, honestly. The dialogue doesn't bug me. If you have a problem with people saying thou every 2 seconds,
You get back in the Bible. That's what you do.
That was the informal use of you at the time, okay? And it's correct. So why don't you study 1630 and get back to me? Okay. Then you'll be able to enjoy this film for what it is. But what surprised me is I was like, when I watched this in a group, I was like, isn't it a little bit slow? I think this is going to be a bit slow with the dialogue, but what surprised me, something like shocking or there's some sort of twist happens every like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Like they get banished from whatever plantation or whatever that they're at. And then Samuel disappears. And then, we learn about the silver cup and everything that goes on with that. Doesn't sound exciting if you haven't seen this, but the silver cup, that whole stuff's crazy. And then Caleb disappears, right? And then he comes back, and then people die, and it just never lets up, Yeah. So it's honestly like a thriller, Yeah. But like from the outside looking in, you're like, this should be a slow film, but there's nothing slow about it. I think it's incredibly moving, very, very entertaining. But it's like, if you can't get past the dialogue, you're not going to see the film for what it is.
Yeah. But it is a shame because Robert Eggers, like, he's probably one of my top 5 directors right now.
Yeah.
Like, every single one of his movies, banger. Loved.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's experienced a whole lot of critical success. I mean, critical success, yes. Audiences haven't loved what he's put out, Yeah. Even The Northman last year totally got forgotten.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising because I was listening to an interview he did, and he said, like, the reason he made The Northman was because he wanted something more mainstream than The Witch.
And if you look at the budgets, like, he had no budget for this movie. Then for The Lighthouse, he was gaining a little bit of steam, a little bit of money. But after that, he got a ton for
The Northman. Yeah.
And it was this huge production, and then it was kind of a failure in the box office. They still made their money back, apparently, with video on demand and everything like that. But it was right after, like, it was beginning 2022. We was really coming back to the theaters at the time.
Yeah. So it was probably just bad timing.
Yeah.
Probably competing with something as well. Maybe like Top Gun, Maverick?
Before Top Gun, I think.
Before? Okay.
Because if it would have come after Top Gun, I feel like Top Gun is like the marker. That's why I say Tom Cruise, like, saved cinema.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the marker for people getting back in the theaters.
But you know how people are kind of copying Tom Cruise with this whole, like, in Top Gun, for those of you that saw Top Gun in theaters, it starts out with Tom Cruise giving a special message to the audience where he's thank you so much for coming to the theater. We made this film for you. Like, we slaved over it, and we just love it so much. Thank you for coming. And now people are doing that more. And I don't know. Do you like it? I feel like you're just trying to be Tom Cruise. I saw Seth Rogen do it at the beginning of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the director that nobody knows or cares about,
Yeah, I'm just totally okay with it. Like, it's kind of funny.
Okay.
I don't know. I like it.
It's all right. No, it's cool. You can like it. I kind of like it. I don't know. But I just think of Tom. I just think you're trying to be Tom Cruise right now.
Right.
Why don't you do something else?
Dude, I'm just looking right now. Here's why The Northman didn't do that well in theaters.
Okay.
Came out right after Morbius.
That makes sense. Yeah. Morbius made a more $1 billion.
Oh, and The Bubble. You ever see The Bubble, Judd Apatow?
No.
Apparently it's like one of the worst movies ever.
Really?
That just sucked.
That's good.
But yeah, you're looking at these movies, and before Top Gun Maverick, nobody was watching any of this stuff. Anyway, sorry.
No, I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. Morbius, probably do that next. We'll do that sometime.
Yeah, that's one of our favorites.
Yeah, sure. Honestly. So yeah, just great. There's a few things I want to bring up with you. One of the things that really disturbed me was the mother-daughter relationship in this, which I'm not a daughter, but I feel like in movies, in pop culture, I feel like mothers have very difficult and complex relationships with their firstborn daughters.
Yeah.
You know? And they're just like harder on them, you know, than most. Like I think of Lady Bird, you know, and like how the mom is just so hard on her. But they're so similar, you know, they're very stubborn, and the dad is kind of just like there to shelter her and comfort her and stuff. But it just disturbs me, these mother-daughter relationships. I like really positive mother-daughter relationships in movies. It's like heartwarming. As well as sisterhood. I love a good sisterhood movie.
Sure.
But yeah, this was really disturbing. And I'm wondering if you think this is the most disturbing mother-daughter relationship in film. But I think competing with Hereditary, obviously, that one's a little more extreme. But I feel like this one might get you down like in your core a little bit more.
Yeah, it is interesting because we never really get to see their relationship before Sam is taken.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much of this is her resentment for blaming Thomason for losing Sam?
Mm-hmm.
And how much of it was pre-existing? It seems like a lot of it was already established, because that opening shot when they leave the plantation, Thomason is like lingering, and Caleb has to come back and get her, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So that like shows to me a separation from the family right off the bat. So yeah, it is really interesting. I think it might be the worst because, I mean, spoiler alert again, Thomason ends up killing her mom.
Yeah.
In self-defense.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's what is the nail in the coffin for her transition to embracing Black Phillip and the devil, and, you know, going into accepting the reality of becoming a witch.
Yeah.
So it might be the worst. What about Carrie? Didn't you see Carrie? That's like a...
You know what? Yeah. Well, that's what it's competing with, definitely.
Okay. I've got to watch that. I don't know.
You do. Yeah. So
it's on the list.
It's fantastic. I was blown away by that.
I'm 4 movies away from completing my 2023 watch list.
You are?
Oh, yeah. So once I finish that, I'm more free to watch whatever I want to watch.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, put that near the top.
Yeah.
It's a good one. But yeah, I think it's the top 3. Yeah, Carrie, Hereditary, and The Witch.
Yeah.
I'd say. There might be another one. The Parent Trap. That's another good one.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. That's what I was trying to think of just now. Freaky Friday.
I'm making a remake of that.
Oh, I think they are. Yeah. With the same actresses. Yeah. Lindsay Lohan and...
I think so, dude. Let me see.
There's no way, dude. Lindsay Lohan. Is she in rehab? I don't know. Dude. I feel like she's always in rehab.
With Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wow. She needs to remake Herbie Fully Loaded before she does Freaky Friday.
The movie you really want to revisit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You seen that?
I have.
Yeah.
I don't remember it at all.
Very good. I mean, car movies just always work like that. Transformers, Herbie, Cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Herbie Fully Loaded. Can't forget that.
I'm trying to think, like, I always like thinking of movies as double features.
Mm.
On my list here, I've got The Witch and Hereditary. Just because they're, you know, because of that aspect. So I wonder if Carrie could.
No, Carrie would be fantastic. Yeah.
So yeah,
Carrie would be like the modern take on. Well, I guess not modern. It was like 80s, 70s.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
it was a book before that, right? Wasn't it Stephen King?
Probably.
I don't know.
It seems like a Stephen King story. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to talk about Robert Eggers. He's one of your top 5 favorites.
Yeah. My
top 10. I don't know. I mean, it's hard with these directors who only have like 3 feature films.
Yeah.
But they're like yet to make a mistake. So we'll just have to see, you know, like Damien Chazelle, he's 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Ari Aster, you know.
Beau Was Afraid was a little hard for both of us.
2.5 out of 3, I'd say. I have to revisit that. It's on Prime right now.
Yeah.
But
we should watch that again together.
We should. Yeah.
I need to revisit The Lighthouse for Robert Eggers, because
I know.
it's like weak link for me.
Is it? Yeah, it is for me too.
I mean, it's my phone's recording, but it's my phone wallpaper right now.
It is, yeah.
Is Robert P. and my boy Willem.
Willem.
It's just a great vibes movie, but
that one, like the dialogue,
yeah,
it really was tough to understand.
But what it comes down to for me is like Eggers' attention to detail and the tonality of all of his movies.
Yeah,
it's just amazing. And The Northman is such a departure from these other two movies, but at the same time, it's still in that same stylistic.
It feels, yeah, so like in theme.
But it's so, like, The Northman was the first, because I always say this, I'm not like a huge, big brooding man, like alpha.
You're alpha.
Oh, no, I am.
You are alpha, yeah.
I just don't like seeing myself portrayed on the screen. Like
okay, yeah.
No.
Gives you like a god complex.
Yeah.
You're trying to stay away from
like
that.
I'm watching Bloodsport. I'm like, dude, this is literally
This is so me.
Sure, yeah.
That's your movie, yeah. Sure.
No, but The Northman was like the first crazy, just testosterone-filled action movie that I just like loved. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen.
That's the first?
Oh, I don't know.
Warrior.
First and recent movie. Warrior. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. No, I love, The Northman, just the themes. I love a movie with just these incredibly larger than life themes, like revenge. Just a macho movie about revenge.
Yeah.
I just love that. The Count of Monte Cristo, incredible movie.
Yeah.
Just all about just a dude getting revenge. He's been wronged. And I just think it's fantastic.
The Lion King.
Lion King, sure.
It's a great double feature with The
Northman.
The Northman.
No, I think so too.
Based off the same.
You know what's funny is that Eggers, he's always had this fascination with religion and mythology and like folklore, So he got to tackle religion and folklore, like, with The Lighthouse and The Witch, but he's always loved like mythology. He wasn't too into like Viking culture.
Right.
But he started watching like these, I don't know what they're called, like these sagas, he just started researching it, talking to experts in mythology and Viking lore and stuff. And he thought it was just something people could relate a lot to with like the themes,
Yeah.
Revenge and like a father-son relationship.
And I kind of joke about The Lion King.
Mm-hmm. But no, there are a lot of parallels.
Do you know why?
Why?
The Lion King is based off of Hamlet, which was written by William Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
Hamlet was a direct adaptation of the Viking sagas about Amleth.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
It's literally the same story,
mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so familiar and so accessible for people.
Really? Dude, Macbeth,
mm-hmm.
I had to take an English class and I had to read that. Did I tell you this?
No.
We pull up, it's first day of school, right?
Sure.
Or
is it high school or college?
College, right? So I pull up to this class. It's a bunch of, forest type kids, just theater, whatever, doing like show tunes and harmonizing, stuff like that. And we sit down, first day of class, I'm expecting to go over the syllabus or whatever. Everybody whips out their soft cover of Macbeth or whatever. And they're like, oh, we're going to read chapter 1. And I was like, okay. I didn't look at this class before today. I'm just pulling up here. And then, gosh, I just felt like this one theater kid just like judged me, dude. And it was a girl actually. This stupid redhead. And then we get in groups, and I was like, so I ordered it. It hasn't got here yet. It's supposed to get here like yesterday, guys. Sure. Like, I'm sorry. And then he just like kind of shrugged me off, dude. I felt like an outsider. It got there the next day because I ordered it like mid-class.
Yeah.
Read the whole book before the next class.
Wow.
So I could like just be ahead of everybody and just,
Jeez.
it just ticked me off. So I just thought it was funny. But yeah, Macbeth, great book, whatever. Don't remember it. Only read it. I read it in a day. So it's like went off my head. But
you can only retain so much.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but Eggers, he had this idea, and I was listening to this interview and he's like, I wanted them to fight with swords, naked, in front of a volcano.
Yeah.
And that's what I based my movie off of, you know?
Really?
Yeah. So it just starts with that, just a cool idea where you want it to end, and then it just all builds from there, which is, it's so cool, like, the writing process. I'd love to talk to them about stuff like that, you know? But
It's just amazing. And another aspect of The Northman before we go back to The Witch, but it ties in, is those performances, dude. That's what cemented Anya Taylor-Joy as like one of my favorite actresses today.
Yeah.
If you're asking me to put stock in a young, you know, actress today, it's Anya Taylor-Joy.
Really?
I don't care who.
Number one?
Number one.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, she hasn't had a bad film yet.
No, and
Last Night in Soho, I haven't seen that,
I haven't seen that either.
but I think it was a little bit underwhelming.
I didn't love The Menu, but her performance in that,
Very good.
fantastic.
I liked The
Shining
Menu.
star. Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I mean, it was like a 3.5 for me. It was great. I thought it was a little too silly.
Yeah.
And like The Queen's Gambit,
Very good.
total like 180.
Yeah.
Just pure acting prowess. She's the best out there, I think, today.
Wow.
But anyway, like young female actors.
Don't backtrack, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
You could say whatever.
Very best ever.
She's better than Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
I don't even like Meryl Streep, to be honest. Whatever.
Dude, you're going to this.
Meryl Streep sucks, dude. Everybody knows that.
Come at us.
You seen The Deer Hunter?
No, I haven't.
That one, not even a memorable performance. You know?
It just won Best Picture, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? That movie's a drag, dude. It's so upsetting. I did like what's that game called with the gun? The Russian roulette. Yeah, that stuff was cool. That's yeah. The Vietnamese guys are like smacking him, like pow, pow. You know, like it's cool. Yeah, just watch that one scene.
It's going to be our ending segment. The next episode is a little Russian roulette.
Okay,
live.
Perfect.
So
cool.
But yeah, that's one thing that really separates Eggers too from these young directors is he has such control of every performance that there's not a weak link in any of his movies.
No,
like there's no weird. I mean, the dialogue is weird by nature, but like,
but it makes sense.
Like I was rewatching Us the other night with some buddies.
Okay,
and I like Us a lot. Jordan Peele, another great young director.
Fantastic.
But the first hour of that movie, there are some weird, like bits of dialogue where you're like, nobody would say that. That's really cringe, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Robert Eggers, not a single line in any of his movies like that.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's because they're all weird period pieces and you can't really understand.
Yeah,
I'm saying something weird. But
yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Geez. I mean, yeah, it's incredible just the breakout performance from Anya.
Yeah.
In this first movie, and to pull this off, it's insane.
Yeah. But even like Caleb, I don't really like kid actors, you know.
Caleb was great.
Caleb's amazing.
Yeah.
I think everybody in this movie is just fantastic.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that Eggers, this was his first time directing, obviously, but he didn't really know how to direct children.
Yeah, I read that.
You did read this? Yeah. So Ralph Ineson, he plays the father with the very, like, just such a cool voice. Dude, it's insane. I can't even, like, do an impression. It's just like,
Caleb.
Yeah, it just, like, doesn't even do it.
Yeah,
No, dude, that was horrible.
that was bad.
That was
I have an impression of Black Phillip later.
Okay. His voice was soothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like those creepy voices in movies.
do,
Like,
yeah.
Hereditary, Beau was Afraid. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ralph Ineson, the father, kind of directed Caleb in this film because, you know, I guess Caleb had trouble understanding Eggers' vision for him at some points. Like, dude, when you grow up, you know?
So it would be really intense. And Eggers at the time didn't even have kids. So, like, he was not even around kids at all, didn't know how to deal with them.
Yeah,
even
that makes sense.
out of the professional setting. So,
yeah,
that would be hard.
Jeez.
What else? I was reading up a lot of, like, facts about this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Do you see that the Satanic Temple endorses this movie and, like, had special screenings for their church members?
Are you serious?
Pretty crazy, yeah. Like, their spokesperson, Jex Blackmore, if that's not the most satanic name you've ever heard in your life, VVitch X Blackmore addressed the film as an impressive presentation of satanic insight and will inform contemporary discussion of religious experience.
Oh, geez. That makes this film sound a lot darker than it is. It's really not that bad. Midsummer is worse, would you say? Talk to Me might be worse. I don't know.
I think Talk to Me is more satanic than this.
Yeah.
And there's literally, like, Black Phillip is Satan.
Yeah. So did you suspect that? Did you know?
When the kids were singing about Black Phillip, yeah.
You did?
I felt like it the first time.
First time. It kind of surprised me. Black Phillip just, like, kills Ralph, you know?
Well, I thought it was all, that's another great thing about this film, is it's all built on, like, paranoia and hysteria of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was all going to be fictitious.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was all going to be in their head, like it was all going to be imagined. And there are theories, I just want to address this, they're wrong. There are theories that there's a shot of the corn and it's blackened.
Okay. Yeah. I remember.
There's this fungus or bacteria that grows on crops called ergot.
Okay.
ERGOT. Ergot, ergo, I don't know.
Ergot.
Or eggrot, I don't know. Anyway, look it up.
Okay.
And it causes hallucinations and hysteria and paranoia.
Huh.
So a lot of viewers think, oh, that's Robert Eggers saying, oh, none of this is real. He's addressed that. That's not what it is at all. And that specific strain of bacteria, eggrot, ergot, whatever, doesn't even grow on corn. So just wanted to address that because when I first saw this, I saw a breakdown video and they were like, yeah, this is signifying that it's all fake.
Stupid YouTubers, conspiracy theorists, whatever. Think they know more than Eggers. Idiots. Yeah. Well, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we get in the categories?
Let's get into categories.
Okay. What was your favorite part?
I just really like the end, man, when it comes to a head.
Really?
On this watch, you know how you watch a scary movie and then the jump scares are never scary?
Mm-hmm.
And this movie doesn't have a lot of jump scares.
No.
What got me this time was when the dad comes out, sees the like goat shed all torn to bits and everybody all bloodied in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like staring in disbelief, and then he gets struck by Black Phillip.
Yeah.
That scared the heck out of me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. But from then on, it's just perfect. Like he gets beaten by Black Phillip, gets crushed by the wood, and then the mom comes out.
Yeah.
Has the altercation with Thomason, and it's over from there.
Yeah.
And I love when Black Phillip says, you know,
what he says, yeah. Do you see the book before you?
Dost thou see
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah. And oh, that's just such an awesome scene. And when he's walking behind her and you can like hear spurs.
Yeah, well, I really like that shot. His first step, he's still the goat.
Yeah.
Right? And then his very next step, it's with the boots and the spurs on it. Like,
so cool.
I was like, wow, that was really cool what he did there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's got to be it, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else.
I mean, this movie just like moves, and it's not really about like how great a certain scene is. It's just like,
yeah, it's
the accumulation of everything going down, the building of the paranoia and hysteria, like you said.
Yeah.
So it's got to just be the ending where it all comes to, you know, the grand finale of what happens.
I will say two more things.
Okay.
Every time the witch makes an appearance, there's always like a black screen, and that black screen lasts like 10 seconds every time.
Yeah.
It's really unsettling. So like when she reaches around and grabs Caleb's head, it just cuts off black screen.
Yeah.
It just lets you sit there with your emotions. And you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
It's really unsettling.
Jeez.
So I think that's great. That's not a favorite part, but I love that.
That filmmaking technique. Yeah.
I also do like when Mercy. Yeah, that scene. When she's coming up to Caleb and Thomason at the brook. And she's like, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. I'm the witch of the woods, you know? And then that Thomason getting up and talking to her and threatening her is so cool.
Really?
Because at that time, you're like, this is so specific. She's like, every night oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And he slips out of my spirit slips out of my body and goes out dancing naked with the devil.
Yeah.
Had me sign his book. And by the end, that all comes true.
No, I did notice the foreshadowing
Yeah.
that was going on right there.
I just love that scene because, again, like just a great performance. First performance from Anya Taylor-Joy, and she's just like, just flawless right there.
Yeah, that was really unsettling. Like revisiting that scene because I
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen. I'm like, you can't be telling Marcy this because she's just gonna turn on you later. You know, like don't tell her you're a witch. So I was like cringing that whole time. But you know, yeah, like you said, very effective.
Yeah.
I loved Caleb's performance in the when he's kind of on his deathbed there. It's just like a play. He's just very good in that moment.
Kiss me with the kisses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, do you think he really saw Jesus in that moment?
So in the script, I don't think he did. In the script, it says something about like how that scene is supposed to be erotic,
Okay.
and that's why he's like rubbing himself, and it's like kind of weird. I don't think that's supposed to be implied that he's actually seeing Jesus. I think it's like a false thing.
Wouldn't
from the
make
devil.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get what the mom was saying.
Right.
Yeah. Jeez, that sucks though.
Yeah.
For Caleb.
It does.
Yeah. Well.
But this will be in our greatest takeaways. I'll touch base on that later. 5 lessons. But anyway, we'll go to that.
Okay. So we agree. Favorite part, just the end. It was perfect. Least favorite part? The baby mashing.
Yeah, that's just really insane.
I just thought it just shocked me. I think it was the most shocking thing I saw. I mean, she just like breaks out the knife.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I'm like, what? Yeah. That looks sharp.
You know, the first time I watched this, I was watching it at work, and I had like, there's a camera that's in my desk and can see my screen.
Yeah.
And I just like put my brightness all the way down to, because I don't skip nude scenes.
You can't. Yeah, no.
You got to know what's going to happen. So I just put it all the way black, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my least favorite.
Jeez.
And then I saw it this time when I watched it, but the camera set on like the actual like fleshy pulp of this baby in that little like pestle.
Yeah.
Or in that mortar, sorry. It's like just gross.
It is very gross.
But it's powerful.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I'd ever seen something like that. Okay. Best quote? What do you think? You gonna do an impression?
Would thou like to live
Deliciously. That's bad.
That part. That was a bad impression.
No, that was really good.
Would thou like to live delicious.
Do the dress. Do that part.
The dress.
Yeah, he's like, what's thou like? A pretty dress.
A pretty dress. Wouldst thou like the taste of butter?
Yeah.
Dost thou see a book before thee?
You know what?
Love that.
Is that a good sell? Honestly, like I'm going to need more information before I sign this book. You know, I'm going to have specific demands, you know, can't just tell me, do you like butter?
Yeah.
And do you want a pretty dress? You're going to sell your soul. Yeah, show me the dress first. Let me know how expensive the dress is.
Well, no, that's a great question. In your position, would you sell your soul to the devil in that position? Look, I just killed my mom. Just knifed her in the face. My whole family's dead. I'm living in the middle of the woods. No food. Am I giving my soul to the devil right there? If he offers me butter, maybe
Butter.
I will.
Is it salted?
Yeah, if it's salted.
Is it Tillamook?
Is it Kerrygold or Tillamook?
Yeah. If
Or
it's
is it
Tillamook,
Wilbur?
I'm going to actually think about this.
Yeah. You got to try Kerrygold butter.
Really?
It's really good.
Okay. You're not a Tillamook fan.
I like Tillamook. That's fine. Kerrygold's great. I use it with all my steaks.
Okay.
Anyway,
No, I'll try that out.
if it's Kerrygold, we might have a contract.
Yeah.
Mr. Black Phillip.
Jeez. This is completely...
Yeah,
Nobody get mad at us for
real.
whatever.
We're Christians. Folk.
Christian. Jeez. Okay. Life lessons?
Yeah, I would just say, like, don't associate with somebody who has the potential to become a witch.
Okay.
Like, you got
Maybe don't talk to the goat.
Yeah, don't just.
Did the goat just show up, or was he a part of their...
He must have been a part because the parents didn't act weird about Black Phillip. And, like, when he first gets out, the dad addresses him as if he, like, knows that he's a bad goat.
Okay.
Knows his history. Yeah, if your kids make up pretty intricate songs about
King Philip,
ruling the sand and the sea, maybe check into that. I don't know.
Yeah.
if you see the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life living in some hovel in the middle of the woods, maybe don't make out with her, especially if you're 12.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard in Caleb's position, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
With what he was going through throughout the movie. Very weird. We won't say specifics. Forrest, you really like this movie.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so great about this movie is it like addresses these Puritan values and what's wrong with them and why every character is pushed to an edge.
Yeah.
Like, I just love that. And yeah, you look at Caleb and you're like, yeah, that's pretty justified. Maybe not justified, but would I do the same thing in that situation? I don't know. Listen, dude, you're living in 1620s Puritan New England.
No, yeah.
You've never seen a girl like that in your entire life.
Makes sense. No, I would do it now. Just like, yeah, let's go to the woods. Okay. Let's do it. Worst character to hang out with?
The mom, for sure.
Really?
Or the kids.
Not Mercy or Jonas?
Yeah, Mercy or Jonas.
Jonas was kind of cool. He kind of settled down at the end there.
Mercy, dude.
Mercy just takes me off.
Oh my gosh. When she's singing and there's that camera shot of the back of her head.
Yeah.
And the mom's sitting there and Thomason is doing something. And Thomason just keeps saying, Mercy, stop.
Mm-hmm.
And she just keeps going. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It'd be a swift kick.
It pissed me off. I think the mom, though. Honest.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. Yeah, the mom. Just her face.
Even William doesn't like to be around her.
Yeah, no, honestly. I could see why. I mean, she was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We agree. Who should Ryan Gosling have played? King Philip?
Black Phillip.
Yeah, Black Phillip.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, Black Phillip.
The Witch.
He could have played the witch.
One of
Dude,
the
if I see Ryan Gosling in a little red hood in the middle of the woods,
You're going for it.
I'm like going for that kiss. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. Jeez. Yeah, okay. We agree.
Yeah.
What scene of the movie would you most want to be there for?
That's a great question.
I know, that's tough. There's just so many good ones. I would just love to live in 1690s, 1620s. The baby paste?
No. Maybe like hunting with Caleb and Will.
Yeah, they're talking about salvation and
Yeah.
You could learn something right there
I
too.
feel like I've been in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, duck hunting with Michael Bird on an early fall morning, talking about salvation.
Yeah.
Maybe the witches' convent at the end, where they're all just
You want to
chilling
like
on
the
the
flow?
fire. Yeah, I'd be there for that for sure.
And start flowing. That'd be cool.
If you could get an in with these witches, where like they didn't want to kill you or corrupt you, like you could just hang out with them. That'd be a pretty.
What do you guys? What do you guys do? You start
Hang out.
dancing with them?
Yeah, like if you're at a bonfire and they all just like start like flying and chanting.
Yeah,
it's a pretty
it'd be cool to watch.
bonfire.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with
I'd be freaked out. I don't know if I could get past it. You know?
the flying. Well, you at that point you
Know just how like ugly they are, and they're old,
Are they ugly though?
weren't they?
They're so far away and so distorted. I can't really tell.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
You know,
But if Anya Taylor-Joy
was there
is
Okay.
a witch,
Yep.
like she's got to be in good company, right? They're not all old and wretched.
No, that's
Right?
true. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with mature women. You know that firsthand.
Okay. don't make up that. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Part you'd want to be there for. Do you agree?
Well, I was thinking more just like the hunting or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe when Caleb and her are like going out, having a good time, like, and they actually caught stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That'd have been good. I could have like been the voice of reason right there. Like Caleb, bro, like don't run after the dog.
Yeah. Stay
You know?
here.
Like, have you seen any horror movie? The dog's done for.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially after he sees it like disemboweled on the ground
And he
just
keeps going.
going.
Yeah.
Bro. No
Idiot.
way.
Stupid Caleb.
Yeah. Could have helped Caleb out there.
Is this the greatest movie ever?
Yeah.
Is this the greatest debut film ever?
That's really tough.
Yeah.
It's my favorite debut.
It's your favorite.
probably.
We could say it's our favorite. I don't want to give any other, like, maybe this is there, but
Greatest witch movie ever.
there's a Salem Witch Trials movie that's pretty good.
The Scarlet Letter.
School, maybe. Does it have that lady from It's Winona Ryder. You know her? She's in it.
Let's see. There is one that I watched in English class in high school.
Yeah, I think that's the same one. I enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh. What?
What?
Is this the one we watched?
I don't know.
It's got Demi Moore, Gary Oldman, Robert Duvall.
Oh, geez.
There's no way.
Winona Ryder?
Or this one doesn't. Oh, maybe it's 2004.
It's probably that.
Maybe. Whatever. I'll look at Winona Ryder's. We can go on. So.
Yeah. Well, it's not as good as this, obviously. But
Right.
yeah, I could say maybe I think it is the greatest Switch movie that I've seen.
What about Twitches or Bewitched?
Twitches 2? No, that's up there. That might be up there. Halloween Town?
Yeah.
Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. Also a classic.
Called The Crucible. Sorry.
The Crucible. Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis is in that.
What? Okay, I have to rewatch that then. Jeez.
That's crazy. We watched that in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Day-Lewis, Winona Ryder.
Now that you say that, I think I am kind of vaguely remembering Daniel Day-Lewis do his thing in that movie.
Right. Okay.
Most literally me character. Yeah. Caleb? That sounds weird to say.
What aspect of it?
I don't even know that he's a boy.
Scratch that.
Probably just the dad.
The dad, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I sell my wife's silver cup.
Would you sell your wife's silver cup? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without a question.
Yeah.
But what I would do is I would tell her first and say, like, no. You just want her to get paranoid and blame your daughter?
No. Yeah, I'd tell her.
Okay. No. Tell us your thought process here. This is prime marriage counseling right here. Marriage advice.
Okay, silver cup.
Okay.
What is Grace's silver cup?
This is her Taylor Swift tickets.
I mean, I couldn't do it actually.
Does she have some sort of family heirloom that she carries? No.
No, it would have been Taylor Swift tickets. But she had tickets to 2 shows, and I made her sell the second show. That's like selling yourself a silver cup.
And you
She
did
ended up still going to that second show, so I wouldn't.
She defied you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
I think I'd sell the cup, but I'd tell her, like, okay, geez,
Yeah.
this winter's gonna be tough here.
Right.
I don't know if I can provide. We're gonna have to trade your silver cup.
And
For
in that
subs-
situation,
You know,
what do you need the silver cup for?
traps. What do you mean?
What? No, I mean, why would she want to keep the silver cup?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like when it's
You've already seen Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't change the
Yeah.
performance. We'll have to have Forrest on here so he can explain
Yeah, he'll give us some
all of the Taylor Swift thing that's going on or whatever. It'll pass, people. Come on. Taylor's version, it's the exact same. Nothing's different. And it's worse. It's worse than the original songs. Yeah. You listen to them?
No, I believe it. Yeah, Grace was listening to it the other day. I can't remember what song, but a Taylor's version. And I said,
Yeah.
this is more echoey than the original.
Mhm.
Pulled up the original. It's just more.
It's just better. That's
Yeah.
it. That's what you know. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's a money. She's just a money grubbing.
Yeah, let's look at that.
No, but it's like, okay, there's vault tracks. That's when you question these Swifties on this. They're like, okay, but there's like 6 like vault tracks that you haven't ever heard before. Are any of these like on the radio now? Are they any of them like becoming popular? No, because they're not good. You know,
The vault tracks.
the vault tracks. Yeah. Can you name a single vault track?
I can't, but I genuinely can't speak on this.
Okay.
Like I'll get.
I can't either.
out. Yeah.
No, I feel like I know enough.
Yeah.
I've listened to the Taylor's versions. Okay. So yeah, that's my position. Whenever you can attack me,
Established.
it's fine. Okay, perfect. Recast this film with 80s or 90s actors.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Maybe
Sandra Bullock as the adrenochrome crazy lady, the witch. That would work and it'd be believable. You could do her like how she is you get to kind of age her up a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's like the witch that takes the baby. And then you like CGI her when she was, or just her now.
Just her now.
Just her now. And it's
It's
like,
adrenochrome.
whoa, I can tell this adrenochrome really worked here. And Kate Blanchett's another one.
Yeah.
You could put in there in that circle at the end.
And that would work.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
I can't think of another.
No, nobody can replace Anya's performance.
Anya's performance is amazing.
Maybe Florence Pugh, honestly.
Yeah.
And that
It could work.
it could have worked. Yeah.
The thing about this too is in 2015, Anya was so young.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's believable as a little girl. Like
Yeah.
a young girl.
No, and she is young.
I think she was. Yeah.
Florence Pugh, her young. Anya Taylor-Joy just has this like, you have to take her seriously in this role. You know, Florence Pugh would be hard. Like if you've seen Little Women, Florence Pugh, she's like a little bit older. She's trying to play like she's a kid. It's just, it comes off a little weird. So it definitely wouldn't be as good as Anya. I don't think anybody would have been better. So,
And Ralph Ineson, like, or Ineson, he's perfect.
his voice just like, oof, just crazy.
It's amazing.
I know. And it really like, that's how they open up the movie. Him just like talking in front of the council, whatever. And he's,
You know, he's in The Last Jedi.
Is he? Who does he play?
I don't know, but that's in his.
He probably plays somebody in a costume or whatever. Or one of the space casinos or something. That movie sucked. Okay. We've been talking about facts about production this whole time pretty much, but anything else you wanted to cover?
Real quick, I was just looking at what else Ralph Ineson's in. He's also in The Green Knight. He's the Green Knight.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because when the Green Knight speaks, same thing.
I've seen that once. I don't remember it that well.
Again, that was like a 2021.
We were really excited for that to come out, weren't we?
Because it was like the first thing in theaters in forever.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that at the Cedar City Theater.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember
Anyway, sorry, we can go on into. Is that all our categories?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, should we do a draft?
Let's do the draft. Did we even... I don't even think I said we were doing a draft at the end of this, but we are. It's a very interesting draft. We're doing movies with a female lead, okay? Because we understand that a lot of our viewers are sexist and that you guys only want to watch Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah.
And David Fincher movies or whatever. That's not at all us. Okay.
Yeah, no.
These are our favorite films of all time.
Yeah, we're not big like Fight Club.
Yeah, no, like Fight Club, Stand By Me, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Nightcrawler, stuff like that.
We're not into that. We're just not into that. We want more diversity too. And so we're doing this to expand you guys' knowledge, open you up to this whole closed book, you know, that you guys just haven't even bothered to open and read, you know?
Exactly.
Hey, it's incredible. So
But
this is for you guys.
On the real, though, I think the up-and-coming actresses are way more exciting than the young up-and-coming actors right now, you know?
Really?
Like, there's Chalamet, there's Paul Mescal.
Timothy's kind of
Austin Butler.
He's kind of fallen off for me a little bit.
Really?
Just a tad. Like I'm cooling on him a little bit.
Dude, I watched Call Me By Your Name the other day.
You loved it?
No, I did not.
Yeah, like Army Hammer.
Yeah, I think Armie Hammer's controversy and knowing that he's like actually a
cannibal
sex offender.
Yeah.
Kind of creeped me out to him being in love with a 17-year-old. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Okay.
I get the Chalamet. But anyway, the actresses that are up and coming, just super exciting.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think in the future, our favorite movies will be female-led, just based on talent.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Okay.
Okay, I'll flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Should I go tails again?
Yeah, let's see if
It always works. Tails.
it's heads.
Dude, let me see the screen. You're lying.
I'll share my screen.
No, don't.
No, I'm gonna.
No, don't.
No, it's a.
I believe you.
It's a principle thing.
I don't want to see your stupid screen. I can't even see.
Ready?
What do I have to look at? Oh, you're
ready
looking
for
on this thing.
Is it showing? Watch this like corrupt our.
It might honestly. So you might want to. You might want to kill it.
I'll just cancel that. Anyway,
it's cool.
Take my word for it.
Yeah,
I'll go
sure.
First. And I think I'm gonna hit a new strategy. Okay.
Okay.
Because I've in the past chosen films that are near and dear to my heart, and it's cost me.
It has.
So I think I'm gonna do what is a crowd pleaser
As your first. Oh, all across the board.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I'll throw a couple of my favorites in there, but
Okay. You see, here's the thing. I was going to go personal on this. I don't want to affect your draft strategy or whatever, but just because I feel like I wasn't joking earlier, I feel like this is a great opportunity
stop getting in my head.
to open up people to our favorite female-led films, you know?
Okay.
Isn't that why we started this podcast? Is so that our friends would watch the movies that we care about?
But I'm still gonna do my strategy.
Okay.
On this.
No, and I'm not trying to
Just
sway you.
How many are we gonna pick? 8.
Let's do 8 because we each have around 30 films here at our disposal to
Yeah,
choose
can you
from.
believe that, fans?
Yeah,
30 female-led.
you guys probably thought there was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bunch. And we only looked for like 10 minutes. Okay, so
Okay. So 8.
8. Let's do 8, yeah.
Okay, with the first pick in the female-led draft, I'm gonna pick Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Have you
Okay.
seen it?
No. Jerk.
That happens to be the highest rated on my list, based on average rating on Letterboxd,
Okay.
and it's also one of my favorite movies this year.
What's that about? It's like they paint or whatever.
Yeah. So there's
Somebody's on fire at some point.
yeah,
Some lady.
yeah. There's an artist who is supposed to paint, a female artist who comes to like a remote island to paint some gal who's some sort of royalty.
Okay.
Just to paint her portrait, which was a big deal back then.
Okay.
It's a period piece before she gets married to this guy.
Mm.
And this girl is in mourning. Her sister had just committed suicide. And throughout the course of the girl who's being painted won't let any artist paint her.
Okay.
She's resistant towards the marriage. She doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want to get painted.
Mm-hmm.
So the artist has this challenge of having to conceal the fact that she's painting her. So she just has to spend time with her. And over the course of spending time together, they spark a romance and fall in love.
fall in love.
It's amazing. And the ending is one of my favorite endings in all of cinema.
Really?
Fantastic. It is fantastic.
She catches fire. Don't tell me.
Hey,
You just don't spoil it, dude. Don't do that. We don't spoil stuff on this podcast, man.
Spoil it.
Okay. You know what? Okay, you sold me. I was like, I read your review and I saw you gave it 5 stars or whatever, and I was like, whatever. He's just, it's just, you know,
Yeah.
has abandoned his masculine
Sure.
ideals, and he's just giving in to femininity or whatever. But I'm gonna watch it. And that what I said it wasn't true just now.
No.
Okay.
Right. Here's the thing. And it doesn't even feel that way. You know, like how Barbie, a lot of people were complaining that it was too like
Yeah.
in your face about
Not us.
Right.
We didn't.
But until you just said that, I didn't even realize this, but I don't think there's a single man in this movie, and it's directed by a female.
That's how it should be.
Like, it is female-led, and it's just, it's fantastic. I don't know how much you'd like it. I don't want to overhype it for our fans out there, but it's,
What is that supposed to mean? You don't know how much I would like it.
well, sometimes we don't like the same movies, that's all.
No, we do. We always
do.
Okay.
Kelly, going into Call Me By Your Name,
Mhm.
because you gave it 2.5 stars. I was like, Jaren's an idiot, dude. I'm going to freaking love this movie.
Yeah.
And then like half an hour in, I was like,
You kind of get it.
kind of weird. And then like an hour in, I was like,
A little bit gay, if I'm honest. It's kind of a gay movie.
yeah, as intended, sure.
Yeah, like,
This was it's predatory. Anyway,
okay.
go on.
So, yeah, different issues with it.
Yeah.
Predatory, that's fine. Okay. Arm & Hammer, if you want to eat people in your own time,
Yeah.
I still respect you as an actor, as people should. Just chill out on the gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's great. That's a great
Yeah.
put out there.
In the setting. This is a, whatever. Take serious what you want to take serious. I'm going to take nothing serious.
At this point in the podcast, do you think we're satanic?
Honestly, yeah, this is a weird, like, you're hyping this up. I wasn't even going to talk about anything satanic. But we just dove into it. Okay. I want to say this. I don't think it really matters, like, the order. because I don't feel like we're gonna be like picking the same movies.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take. Okay, I'm gonna like honestly, I want to give you the films that you want to take. I don't want to upset you on this. You know.
Well, please go ahead. I've got tons.
Okay, I'm gonna take The Blind Side. I think it's a wonderful portrayal of Michael Orr. Okay. Football movie, dude. I love football.
Right.
This one speaks to me. It's got adrenochrome to the max. You know, you can just see it on Sandra Bullock's face. Okay.
The Blind Side.
No,
that's your pick.
please can I take it back?
No, you gave the explanation. That's solidified.
That's what I talk about. The Blind Side. It's very, you know, with what's going on right now.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take Nocturnal Animals.
Great pick.
Thank you, dude. Were you gonna take that?
It's like my 5th.
Okay. Whatever.
Again, it doesn't matter.
It's my 2.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't take my 1 though. I just know I can save it because you haven't seen it.
Really?
'Cause you suck. Yeah. Whatever.
What would it be?
I don't know.
Will you pick it next?
It's been in my top 4.
You pick it whenever. Are you going to pick it within these 8?
Yes.
Wait, it's in your top 4?
It has been. I don't know if it is right now. I think it is. My top 4, like I'm just going for like what posters look coolest, and I'm kind of changing it up a little bit. You know,
we got patron, so
we dude with patrons on Letterboxd. You know what that means? Jeez, like you're an idiot.
Is it Love and Basketball?
I don't know, dude. Don't just guess.
Okay.
Okay, Nocturnal Animals.
Okay.
Love this film. Gripping, thrilling, and it's terrifying. It's probably the most terrifying thriller that I've seen, just because of how real and immersive it feels. Stuff that goes on, it's stuff of nightmares, and it was like stuff I never want to think about happening. Like it was a newfound like worst nightmare for me watching this movie and what goes on. And I don't want to spoil it because I love this movie.
Yeah,
I want people to watch it. But it was just like, it was like a life lesson to me. Like, protect your family.
Yeah.
You know?
The first time I watched that was with you. It was kind of on a weird night. I feel like it was late when we started it or something.
Wow, was it weird?
Like, too invested in it. And then it was just...
Then it just, when it goes, it just goes.
Because it's a thriller in that, like, it's all real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that could happen to me tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary about it.
I know, dude. The realism of it. Yeah. It's insane. Okay. So yeah, that's my pick. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Amy Adams, she's wonderful. She's the leading lady. But
Amy Adams is probably my favorite all-time actress.
Wow. Okay. Disagree.
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say,
dude. Okay. I don't want to give away. Okay. Anyway, we'll go on.
I know what you're gonna pick now.
You do?
Yeah, that's the one I said I want to leave you, but it's whatever. You can go ahead.
I'm not gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick Silence of the Lambs right now.
Really?
Widely regarded as one of the best movies ever.
You didn't like it.
I don't care for it.
You suck, dude. Dude, I wasn't even gonna pick that one, so you just really wasted a pick.
I just as I was making this list of female-led roles, or films, I was like, oh my gosh, Silence of the Lambs is like kind of a low-key pick. I feel like
it's on my here.
Everybody remembers Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah,
but it's really a movie about Jodie.
It's Jodie Foster's movie. Yeah, I just don't feel like it's very, you know, like what do you want to tell people about Silence of the Lambs? You know,
me?
Is this the female performance that you want to expose to our viewers? It's not.
But she does great.
She does it really good. I'm just kidding.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. Jeez. Now, okay, I need to take this one soon because you might take it actually. Okay. I'm gonna take The Help. Shut up. You don't like it?
I have seen it.
Grace likes this movie.
Yeah, she does.
You don't. Because you don't like anything that your wife likes.
Yeah, no, that's true. Harry Potter, boom. With boo. The Help, double boo.
That hurts my ears. You haven't given Harry Potter a chance.
I've seen all of them.
No, dude, you haven't. You know you, and you know that you haven't sat down and given him a proper chance.
It's so funny now. When I revisit a movie, I can tell if I was on my phone or not the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
Or if I didn't think about a movie. Like, we were watching Us again the other night with some friends, and people kept picking up their phones, and I was like, how, man?
Dude, it hurts me. That's my biggest pet peeve of all time. You know?
Yeah. If you're not entertained, whatever. But
If somebody's like showing you a like little sliver of themselves, and they want to show it to you, you know, and like you get on your phone, imagine how that'd make them feel. It hurts. That's how we feel.
Dude, if we're watching a movie and Grace gets on her phone, it crushes me.
Yeah.
It's
Do you hit her?
no.
You can't even make the joke.
Yeah, we can't make the joke. But let me put this on the pod.
Okay.
We had a discussion the other night because I've asked her to watch a movie. Like, I keep watching all these great movies and I want to share it with her. The person I love most in the world after Jared.
Thank you.
The person I love second most in the world.
Thank you.
And she always says no. She's like, no, I don't want to do it tonight. Like, we've just been watching a lot of movies lately, whatever.
Oh, jeez.
I look at my Letterboxd. You know when the last time she watched a movie with me was?
What?
May 17th.
You're kidding.
It's the last time we watched a movie.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
She just watched Midsummer.
I didn't count, like, in groups.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
like,
no, and you can't.
she'll watch it with friends.
Yeah.
Just her and I. That's what hurts.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. We're working on divorce.
That pains. That pains me, man. I'm sorry.
Back to Harry Potter.
Okay.
I do want to watch them because I've really started to like the works of Alfonso Cuarón.
Okay, and his movie, the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban, is my favorite of the film series.
Okay.
And it's honestly, it's in my top 100 movies.
Yeah, I want to give him a chance. And I think you sent me a TikTok a couple weeks ago.
I always send him Harry Potter TikToks.
That's all his for you.
Just
It's insane. It's insane.
I'm a Harry Potter. That's what got me into film.
Yeah.
I wonder what the film was that like got me into this. If I'm honest, you know,
Got you into Harry Potter?
no, like just into film in general. You know,
I feel like we could track it back.
do you think we watched it in film class?
I don't know. That's when I started falling in love with film. And then you baptized me into
When we
love it.
lived together, it was like, yeah, I'm showing these guys like, I loved that, dude. It was just the boys, like the five of us, and it was funny. Like when a movie, we watched The Departed. I remember being so pissed off because every time it said the F word, Joss would be like, "Ooh, geez, oh, like oh wow,
Yeah. I remember distinctly when I decided, I was like, Sharon gets it, you know?
yeah,
We were watching, you had suggested we need to talk about Kevin.
really."
Like, nobody really liked it.
Well, I hadn't seen it.
You hadn't seen it,
No,
but I loved it.
yeah,
I thought it was great. Like, just so chilling and just
Yeah.
a unique story. And I was like, man, this Jaron gets it.
really.
So that's what kind of got me more into film. And then after you made me download Letterboxd, that's what set it off.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I need to think back about what it was. Little Manhattan, I always loved growing up.
Really?
I just found it so relatable. Little kid falling in love, you know?
Sure.
I remember my sixth grade love really did a number on me, dude.
Yeah.
She broke up with me on Christmas Eve, and I came downstairs, like, you know, I was in my room like the whole day or whatever.
Wow.
Ruined my Christmas Eve.
That's really messed up. Whoever that was.
Yeah.
Macy, you know who you are.
Whoa. That's a random name. I don't know why. I was in sixth grade.
That wasn't really her name, right?
No, I was.
Okay, good. Don't say it.
I can't name drop her.
You can't.
She probably listens.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You jerk. Just kidding. It was funny. But yeah, it was just a funny. Why did I bring this up? Just because I related to the emotions that little Josh Hutcherson was going through at the time. Like his first love, Rosemary Telesco was her name in the film.
Yeah.
And he's like narrating it the whole time. I just thought it was, you don't like kid-led movies.
No,
but
I don't.
I think you would find this one heartwarming and tender. But I would watch that like once a month for some reason. I'm just like obsessed with it and how it made me feel.
Okay. I like it.
La La Land, I feel like was a turning point for me too.
Yeah,
Where I was like, okay, I like my range is pretty broad. Like I can appreciate something that's not like The Sandlot or a sports movie or whatever, you know.
And in the same way, just really relatable, you know.
Yeah.
Love Lost. We got to send a link to this podcast to Richie Uminski.
To who?
Richie Uminski.
Oh, Huminsky, yeah. Honestly, we need to like talk to him, tell him Like, bro, we
gotta
made a podcast. Like, you know what it also was? It was when we were in his class and we were guessing the Oscars, like winners and stuff. And I made my guesses, you know, and I had seen a lot of the movies on there.
Right.
And I won. I got the most correct in the entire class.
Nice.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I probably do remember.
And I got a prize or whatever. And he's like, "Wow, how'd you know?" You know, he's like questioning me a little bit. And I was like, "No, I knew she was going to win. Like, that was a great performance." I was like, maybe I have a knack for this. You know, maybe I should keep this up. So
I'm glad you did.
me too.
Before I make my next pick, I do want to go back to address something.
Okay.
We were talking about how it hurts when you share a little piece of you and somebody's on their phone and doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
This instance with watching Us the other night was
Yeah.
not that.
Wasn't that? Because it's a part of you.
It wasn't like a vulnerable part of me, like where I am super married to the movie.
Okay.
I didn't care that much. And I say that because after the movie, my buddy Kaysen is like, yeah, I didn't care for it.
Mhm.
I didn't think anything of it. He texts me the next day and he's like, hey, dude, sorry for being a dick last night about saying I didn't like the movie.
Really?
I was like, dude, I didn't care that much about the movie.
Yeah.
And I just want to invite conversation, even if it was my favorite movie.
No, exactly.
I want to hear what you actually thought. I don't want you to just tell me. It was great.
Don't just like whatever. Like,
Yeah.
tell it to us just to satisfy our need for approval of our films.
Yeah.
You know?
I just didn't want Kaysen to be listening to this because he listens more consistently than my wife does. It's great.
Yeah. We love you, Case, and we love
Yeah.
all you guys that listen.
Thank you. I just didn't want him to listen to that and be like, oh, Austin was lying about not caring about the movie. I didn't care.
Okay.
So just wanted to put that on the record.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't talk about The Help.
Okay.
Long. It's not that long, is it?
An hour 20. We're
Dude, we got like
for 3 hours.
an hour long to get, you know?
Yeah.
The draft is the best part.
Right.
The Help. Okay. First time I watched this, it was one of those things where like it was on the TV.
Yeah.
I think I put it on, but it was like a casual whatever. Watching it like in my living room, not like in my own space, in my parents' place. And just like gripped me, like grabbed me, you know, and I watched the whole thing. I watched it again the next day. Like I told my family, like, you guys weren't paying attention to this. Let's watch this again.
How old were you?
This was like 3 years ago. You know, I think it was during COVID,
Right.
honestly, where I was living at home. Now I've got my own place in the basement.
Not living at home.
Yeah, no. But no, really good. Just like the performances, like it's an all-female movie, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe it was a turning point for me where I was like, okay, I can appreciate something like this, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good, really
Love
good.
that.
I don't know how accurate it is or whatever, but I found it
Is it
heartwarming.
non-fictional? I know it was based.
It's based on a
fictional
book.
Okay.
I think it's a nonfiction book. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Maybe I mean a fiction. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know anything about books, if I'm being honest. So
What even is a fic and what's a shun? You know what I mean?
yeah, why read a book when you can just watch a freaking movie? Loser nerds.
Okay.
Okay, your pick.
Okay, I'm gonna pick this. So I said at the beginning I was gonna pick based on rating. I'm actually gonna pick based on the heart.
Okay, good.
And speaking of a book turned into a movie, I'm gonna pick Arrival.
Okay.
My girl Amy Adams.
That's good. That's a really good pick. That's the one I said I'm going to let you have that.
Oh, thank you. Just one of my favorites. Very cool. I like talking about languages. Not that I know a lot of languages or anything.
You know,
I know.
2, almost 3.
2.5.
2.5,
right?
yeah.
But I love learning about etymology and anthropology and things like that
Mm-hmm.
on a very casual level, you know. But this,
Anthropology, that's like ancient artifacts, right?
like the study of peoples and culture.
Oh, yeah.
Those extended
Pretty much the same. Archaeology.
yes.
That was a joke. I'm not an idiot.
But I love those aspects of it, and I actually did buy the book after watching it again most recently.
Oh, really?
Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually
That's hard to believe. A book? Really?
I know.
Fantastic.
Back into reading though.
Jeez. Okay.
So now Zach can be proud of me. Now I have
Thanks for listening, Zach, by the
being able
way.
to read. Yeah. Yeah. Also, we didn't have Zach on again this week because it kind of sucked. We didn't like his vibe.
Yeah, he just was really Like, we just don't like having him around.
Yeah. Listenership just plummet after.
Yeah, that one only got like 70, 80 views.
Yeah.
And that should have been like in the thousands like we usually are.
We're averaging in like the tens of thousands. So
yeah, and we listen to you guys, all the text messages, everything.
yeah. Oh, dude, you should have seen our email inbox.
Oh yeah.
Get this guy off of
Dude, I can't imagine. And it's like, that's the first time we let on a guest, and that's the guy that we let on.
Yeah.
You know?
bleakness.
Not my friend Kyler or Kaysen, you know? So yeah, I mean, we're sorry, guys. We apologize so many times in the emails. You know, we feel like we do have to make a public apology right now.
Yeah.
He won't be back on. Okay.
Ever.
Unless he listens to this and he actually tells us that he heard us say all this about him, and then we'll let him back on.
No, yeah, but I watched Talk to Me last week with Zach.
Yeah.
Also there was McKay and Statton.
Mm-hmm.
Could have had either of those guys on.
McKay?
Would have been McKay Kimball.
He was there? What?
McKay and Chloe.
They came?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Should have invited me. I would have seen it a third
I
time.
did invite you. They said no.
Well, you didn't say McKay was going to be there.
I just thought you would have assumed.
Every
time I see him,
I never assume that McKay's going to be anywhere.
Oh, wait. Let's go on.
Okay.
Your pick.
My pick. Perfect. I'm going... we have 8. Oh, dude. Plenty of picks here I can do. Let's see. I want to take... you won't pick that. I'm going to take... Carrie.
Okay.
I'm going to take Carrie. Okay. So this one I watched 3-4 months ago. Really loved it. One of my favorite horror movies. The film making, like the cinematography in this is actually really, really good. Like, it's maybe the most unsettling part of the movie for me.
Really?
Like, there's this one shot where she's at a dance and she's in a really, like, she's at her most vulnerable, like most happy. And there's a spinning shot where it gets faster and faster. And it just like, oh my gosh, did something to me. Like, just freaked me out, dude. And then everything from there on, it's like, everything goes crazy. But lots of blood. Dude, and just like jerky high school girls. And it was kind of like a meme, you know, it's kind of funny to laugh at. Like, just the way they torture her for no reason, you know. It's like, it's horrible, but ended up being really good. It's a 5-star horror movie in my opinion.
Okay.
So
it's a De Palma movie.
Brian De Palma, yeah.
And I did look it up. It is a Stephen King book.
Okay,
so
perfect. Yeah,
you've got a soft spot for Stephen King.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if he had to choose any author, like books or movies made about their books, I'd go with Stephen King, easy.
Far and away.
Yeah.
There's nobody that even compares to him. Misery, Stand By Me,
Shawshank Redemption, Carrie.
There's a dozen more.
Did you say Stand By Me?
I did.
Okay, good. Thanks.
There's a bunch. Anyway.
There's a bunch, yeah, but it's like, you know.
Nobody even compares.
Those are the best right there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay, perfect. Your pick, yeah.
Okay, this is tough. So, historically, we haven't picked the movie that we're talking about. So I'm going to leave Witch out.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because we've talked about it enough. You know,
Yeah, exactly. We don't need to draft it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go one of my favorite movies of this year, Past Lives.
Okay.
Italy.
That's a good pick. I probably would have picked that at some point.
We did a little section of our podcast on this several weeks or a couple months ago now. So go back and listen to that.
Yeah, I wish we would have done a whole.
We should.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll revisit it, episode 500 or something.
Yeah. What are we on now? 19 or 18?
Yeah, 19. Okay. We're good there. Just a great film. Again, directorial debut. Heart-wrenching ending.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Love it. Love that pick. Okay. I'm going to take Pride and Prejudice.
Okay. I saw you watch that recently.
I did. I saw that my good friend Grace watched it. And I was like, you know what? I need to revisit that film. And it's my sister, her favorite film of all time. And so growing up, whatever. It's like, oh, that's my sister's favorite movie. Screw that movie. It's probably stupid about, girl stuff. But I watched it a while ago. Really liked it, but still was kind of not giving in completely to it. Watched it again a few weeks ago. Loved it. I was blown away by the cinematography in this as well. The way they tell the story with eye movements, hand flexes, stuff like that. There's a ton of tracking shots, in Goodfellas, that famous long tracking shot. They just bring this camera around the house. There's so many different dynamics and relationships that are going on and stuff that you see. It made me tear up a little bit because there's this one moment with the dad where he's just kind of he's not very involved the whole movie. It's kind of like the mom, and she's annoying, just trying to get her daughters married the whole time. And the dad's, he's just whatever the mom wants or whatever. But there's this moment where he just wants what's best for his daughters, but you don't really know that completely. She tells him that she's in love with Mr. Darcy.
Right.
And he's you see his whole expression change. I'm getting chills a little bit, but yeah, honestly. And I was like, wow, what a great father-daughter moment that they just captured right there. Made me excited to be a father and be wow, you love this man. That was my only objection. That's what he said. Go be happy. He's the most happy he'd been the whole movie.
Right.
Just his daughter telling him that she loved this guy.
Okay. I'm adding it to my watch list as we speak.
Okay. You haven't seen it?
No.
Wow. Yeah, I think I do think you'd like it.
I've read the book.
You have? Okay.
In my senior year of high school, we had to do that. I had a class with Spencer. So
it's smelly. Just this smell. Might as well read to take my mind off the smell going on.
No, but that class with Spencer was the worst class I've ever taken because we were never on time. We would always go get food. I didn't learn a single thing in that class because he distracted me so much.
He's such a bad influence. And
Kenny was in that class with me too. It was just rough.
Jeez.
So I did read the book. I don't remember any of it except for the marriage stuff, all the trying to sell the daughters off and all that stuff.
There's some funny part. I have a couple small issues with it. The mom's annoying. Keira Knightley hasn't really aged well as an actress.
Right.
I don't think her, whatever. I'm not going to hate on her, but sure. She's weird. Okay.
Okay. I'll read it. I'll check it out.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Okay. With my next pick, I'm going to take Black Swan.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
I have. A long time ago.
Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis. Just an amazing... I feel like there's a whole subgenre that we like about the obsessed athlete or the obsessed artist.
Yeah.
Like Whiplash. Nightcrawler, things like that. And this is just one of those movies. And it's filmed on can't remember the way it's filmed, but the whole thing is kind of grainy and unsettling. And that's intentional. Natalie Portman's performance is insane. I think she won an Oscar for it, maybe.
Really? Wouldn't surprise me.
But it's a great movie. I like it.
Yeah. I remember really liking it at the time, but I need to watch it again, revisit it.
I think I gave it a
4.5.
4. Natalie Portman won Best Actress. Sorry, I just had to confirm that.
Okay.
I gave it a 4.5, I think.
Okay. That's really good.
4.5. It's really good. You gave it a 4.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a 3.5, but when I was looking today, I changed it to a 4.
Really?
Just because, I don't know. At one point I went through and I was like, I have too many 4s. I need to change some of these or whatever. But, yeah.
No, I get self-conscious. I've been watching a lot of 4.5, 5 movies lately.
And you feel like you're just
my rating,
spamming it.
I'm just giving these out.
Yeah,
But then they're great movies, you know. So
Yeah. You got to see how they age. So, yeah. Okay, that's really good. I'm going to take A League of Their Own. And this bothers me because Tom Hanks is the number one on Letterboxd on here, is the actor, but that shouldn't be the case. This is Gina Davis's movie. It's about her and her sister. Tom Hanks shows up like, you know, maybe after like the first third of the movie, but he's just like the coach,
right.
And it's just like a whatever performance. This is Gina Davis. This made me like fall in love with Gina Davis for like a little bit, you know. She gave a speech at SUU. I was going to go.
Really?
Yeah. But I was like sick or something. I couldn't go.
Jeez.
I know. It was about something stupid. I don't know. Or no, it was about like women in filmmaking. I wanted to go so bad.
Stupid.
No.
That's crazy.
No.
Wow.
I corrected myself. That's very important. But this is one of those movies that I've discovered like earlier this year. Just like loved it, and then watched it again. Showed it to my family, and then I watched it a third time, like just a couple months ago. Like,
yeah, I remember you were logging this a lot.
Yeah, I just really like it. It's about baseball. Really, like probably the best sisterhood movie out there. Twitches. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
The Parent Trap. But I feel like this just barely, narrowly beats them out.
Yeah.
And it's controversial. Like, the ending is like left open to interpretation a little bit, and it's something to, you know, sit and ponder on, like what really happened at the end of it. What were the motivations going on? So
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's thought provoking. Sometimes I revisit it just to like. I mean, that third time I was like, I need to watch this ending again.
Yeah,
see what really happened and form an opinion on it.
Okay, I'll have to watch it. Yeah, you've got me hooked.
Perfect, dude. And that's why I'm drafting these movies, just so I can these are the ones I just want to talk about, you know?
Right.
Okay, your pick. We're at 5 each. Yeah. Three more.
Okay, I might speed run through this. Sorry, I haven't eaten dinner and I'm like dying.
I'm hungry too.
I haven't eaten dinner either. I got roll 7 for the folks listening, and it's 9:44.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good. You're good. I love this. There's nowhere I'd rather be.
Okay.
Okay, next pick, I'm going to go with... Oh, this is tough.
I know.
I can save that one for later. You're not going to pick that.
I could. There's one I'm surprised you haven't taken yet.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not Barbie, is it?
No. Are you going to pick that?
Maybe it depends. Depends where this lands. I'm going to pick Rogue One.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of right now.
Just because I knew you were saying that.
Yeah.
Rogue One, probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Star Wars guy. I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt right now. If you're watching, as you should be.
Oh yeah.
Felicity Jones in that is just awesome.
She is great.
It's just the best made Star Wars movie by far. Not even a competition.
It's the best Disney made Star Wars movie, easily.
Yeah, but I mean,
you think it's the best Star Wars movie ever?
No, not the best Star Wars movie ever. The best made Star Wars movie ever. I think it's better made than Empire Strikes Back.
Like, well, I don't know what you mean by
Just
that.
by virtue of modern technology.
Okay.
It looks better.
Yeah.
Right? But I would say I prefer Empire. Anyway, Rogue One is fantastic. Her performance is fantastic. The way she bounces off of Diego Luna is amazing. So,
yeah,
great stuff.
Okay, I like that. These next, I think I know what my last 3 are going to be. And these aren't necessarily the best films. They're just ones that are personal to me. I know I'm going to lose this.
Probably. Here's the thing. You don't need to justify it.
Yeah.
A lot of these are like, I don't really like the film that much, but the performance is amazing. Or maybe I like the film, but it's not that great of a movie. So,
yeah. Okay.
Do you, man.
Thank you. That's a huge load off my back right now. I'm going to take Ready or Not. It is a slasher movie. It is starring Samara Weaving. She's fantastic.
That's right.
She's on my top 10 hottest females ever.
Nice.
she's fantastic, and it's her movie. So this is a great, like, if you're looking for a female-led film,
Right.
you want to watch a slasher, good party movie, like, you can put this on. You could probably show this to, your whole friend group or whatever. I feel like, I don't know. Then it's like my film that I'm showing, and I don't want people to judge me off that.
Why don't you come over?
I should. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it.
I just really like it. I love the performance. I think it's an interesting theme too. It's like they have to play this game, and it's. You haven't seen it?
No, but I know the premise.
You know the premise. Yeah, it's like she has to survive till dawn, and you don't know if the stakes are actually real, but for her, like, they are. Like, everybody's trying to kill her, but she's just so, like, boss queen slay.
Yeah. Wow, that's insane. We're gonna have to cut that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's insane.
That's the first time I've ever said slay, and I want to kill myself. Dude.
Well, great pick.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. What's the average on this? I know it's not even that good. I gave it a 4.5. It used to be a 5, but then some of my friends logged it, and they were like, they gave it like 2s, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to die. I feel embarrassed. Which I'm not gonna do that anymore, dude. It's a 3.5, so that's good.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. I think for me on Letterboxd, anything above a 3.4 is like an okay movie.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
You know what happened is Nick gave it a 2.5. Caleb gave it a 3.5, and I showed this movie to them on Halloween.
Oh,
and at the moment they were like, "Yeah, that was good," and then they go home and they backstab me.
Yeah,
that'd give it a 2.5, 3.5. Nick said it's an awful version of Knives Out. I don't see the parallels with Knives Out.
Is he a big Knives Out fan?
I guess so, yeah.
Jeez.
Big Ryan Johnson fan or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
He probably liked Glass Onion. Nick. Okay. Guess that's my pick. Your turn.
This one I just watched the other day, and it made me physically ill. Okay. It's called Incendies.
Okay.
Incendies. I don't speak French.
Incendies. I thought you did speak French.
I wish, dude.
You speak Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I spoke French, I'd be a lot more into the French movies. It's just hard to watch a French movie and read subtitles all the time, but they're all great that I've seen.
Yeah.
I've got 2 on my list right now. Anyway, this is Denis Villeneuve. Pronounce that. It's his highest rated film. It's about this mother who passes away. We meet her kids, and as they're like reading her will, they're given 2 envelopes. One's to find the father that they didn't know about and a brother that they didn't know about.
Okay.
And so we follow their journey from Canada to Lebanon. I believe so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Lebanon.
I won't know any city that you say right now. Lebanon. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right next to,
there. Yeah.
Benin. Yeah.
But so you follow their journey to find their father and their dad, and the way it unravels. And you're also experiencing flashbacks with the mother of her life growing up in this politically charged environment and what she had to do to find a way out of it. And it's just amazing.
Okay. You sold me.
Yeah, it's great.
I'll give it a watch.
The ending is horrific.
Really? So it's going to mess me up?
I
Well, I love that feeling.
Well, that's what I was talking to Grace about. I was like, yeah, I think I'll include this on my list. And she's like, why? You said you like hated the ending.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it feels something.
You don't understand. That's why we watch movies.
She's like Forrest. She's like, I only watch movies to make me feel good. And
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Anyway, I mean, whatever evokes the most emotion within me. That's
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
how
care about the emotion.
Yeah, no, doesn't matter the genre.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. I'm going to take. This would be my last pick. Okay. But I'm going to save my last pick is like to end on that one. I'm going to take Tangled.
I'm surprised it's not Frozen.
No, dude, I want to die because I was obsessed with Frozen in high school or whatever, and that's probably why you just thought I was a dumb Frozen kid or whatever, and I was.
That's one of the reasons, yeah.
And I used to argue with people about this, like Frozen or Tangled, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I have seen the light.
At last you've seen the light.
At last I've seen the light. Little Tangled quote for you guys.
Should a little low key.
little low key. I drop quotes all the time. You guys have no idea because you're clueless. All of our listeners. And this one's just so special. It's just like the songs I think are really good. And I want to give some love to an animated film on this as a female-led movie, and it's so rewatchable. I just really like what happens. You know, it's hard to say exactly when, to pinpoint the emotions when it's like a film that's special to you. I don't know.
Right.
I like it. So, whatever. It's worth like analyzing, and like really pondering this film. And I feel like it gets overshadowed a little bit. Like, oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta think about it a little bit.
Yeah,
that sounded pretentious or whatever, douchey, but it's like, no, I just like it. Whatever. I'm trying to defend it, and
don't, dude. You're fine.
Okay, good. Thanks. I don't know why I'm getting so self-conscious.
I know. It's getting late. That's why.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that a lot.
Thank you. What's your pick?
My last pick.
The Blind Side.
I'm gonna take the hitter. It's gonna be Captain Marvel.
Shut up. You know what's funny?
What?
No Brie Larson movies on here. No Gal Gadot movies.
Dude, okay.
I'm so sick of Gal Gadot.
A little tangent. I've been seeing reviews for the new Gal Gadot movie.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I go to her filmography and look at average rating.
Uh-huh.
Her highest movie is rated like a 3 average.
Yeah.
Everything else
is it Wonder Woman?
How does she keep a job? Let me look.
I would think Wonder Woman would, because I liked that. That's when I bought in a little bit to the Gal Gadot hype train. But it's like, I don't think that's her doing. But she didn't make that a good film. It was Patty Jenkins.
It's just so sad when her highest rated film is Fast 5, which is at a 3.4. So when her filmography is Fast 5, Justice League, Wonder Woman, Fast 6.
Yeah.
She's a pretty bad
actress.
She does 6 bad roles. And it's so sad to see her like getting every role. Like she's in a couple movies every year. I know, 5-10 years. And it's like there are so many other talented actresses out there.
Yeah.
That could be doing something, and she's just taking up.
Well, she's getting these movies we don't want to watch.
Yeah, I guess that's the good thing, is like she's taking the hits for the bad movies. Like Anya Taylor-Joy took Heart of Stone, which just came out, sitting at a 2.3 average.
Yeah, imagine her in like Red Notice with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
But it's just like, I don't know, man.
I know. She's just so mainstream, and it bothers me.
And she can't act.
Whatever. She's Israeli and she's hot, but
yeah.
That whole Imagine thing during COVID, that was cringe. You're singing from your anthem, from your mansion, telling everybody to stay indoors when you just have your personal chef go out and get you the stuff that you want. So,
and I'll say, I stand with Palestine. Free Palestine.
Yeah. Okay.
That was kidding. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't looked into that all.
Okay, let me make my real pick. This is the movie that pushed us apart in the beginning. Moana. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I feel like we've talked about that. Yeah,
that's on my list. I do love Moana. I'm a little torn.
I don't want to have the Rock movie on here, so thank you for not picking that.
Yeah, that's true.
What about No Hard Feelings? You gonna take that?
It's on my list here,
but we've talked about it.
Yeah,
you want to
list things. Yeah. Maybe you help me. Okay, maybe I'll just do
What about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
That's third in ratings on my list.
Mm-hmm. But that's too, like, everybody knows about that one. So it's like,
but Michelle Yeoh in that, I fell in love with her. Like her performance is fantastic.
What about Invisible Man?
That's also on my list. It's a little bit lower. I'm gonna go with Roma.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
That's Alfonso Cuarón. Your
my boy,
Harry Potter
my
guy.
Harry Potter guy.
It's a really good movie. It's about, I think it's biographical. I think it's about his growing up in Mexico City,
Okay.
and it's about one of what are they called? Anyway, it's
Mexicans, that's what they're called.
No, they're like Mexicas or something. The Mexicans who are like of a lower class and speak like their native language. I can't remember. Anyway, it's about his maid and like all of her hardships growing up. So it's told through her point of view and like losing a child and still having to work for this like super rich family and how they kind of adopt her emotionally. It's a pretty good film.
Okay. Essay, that's the word you're looking for. Because Mexicans.
No.
What?
No.
You said lower class Mexicans.
That's way off. That's way off. Man, there was a lot for this episode. We gotta finish up.
All right. Nobody cares. Like you were joking. We're joking. Just joking. Okay. Last pick. I'm gonna take Love and Basketball.
Knew it. I knew it. I called it.
You did call it, dude. And that
really hurt.
pissed me off, dude, that you just know me like that. But you haven't seen this film.
No.
And I don't even care, dude. Like, because you won't like it as much as me. That's fine.
Yep.
You just don't get like the baller, just like the dream, you know? Yeah. This is just so the dream. It's like everything that you imagined like growing up happens. I relate to Omar Epps' performance. He's the guy. But this is Monica's movie. She's the female lead. And this was her first performance in a movie, her debut. Did fantastic. She's believable as like an athlete, as a, woman basketball player.
Right.
I was like, what's the word for that? And I just have like, the soundtrack, very, very good.
Okay.
And it follows them throughout their entire like lives, pretty much. So the movie is shot it's structured in quarters. So the first quarter, like there's 4 quarters in a game,
What?
Yeah, so like in basketball,
quarter?
yeah, so it's like
You tell me
10 to 12 minutes or whatever. It's usually like a quarter, but it's longer in this, but it's whatever. It's cool.
Right.
So there's 4 quarters in a movie. In this movie, the first quarter is like them as kids, and that's so touching, right?
Yeah.
Like reminds me of Little Manhattan, kind of the love story that's going on there. And then the second quarter is like them in high school, and they're kind of like both the best athlete, right, of their gender, and popular in the school, but like they still have issues. They're kind of like more grew up childhood friends and stuff, so they have to like get past that friendship barrier that's going on. It's tough. I know, but it's just so cool. It's like exactly what you wanted to happen in high school.
Right.
Just like the girl next door, and she likes sports like you do, It's like in your high school brain, it's like, wow, like why didn't I watch this when I was in high school? Like I would have idolized this movie.
Right.
And it's just like, it's one of those that are just so specific to me as a person and what I like and what I'm into. And it happens to also be a really great film. But in the third quarter is like them in college, and I won't say like what is happening there. And then fourth is like where it all kind of comes together, them later on in life. But yeah,
it sounds great.
You like it?
It sounds. I'll try to check it out.
Okay. You don't have to
maybe put it on
want to, but that's why I haven't even like talked about this movie with you guys. Like,
yeah,
it just feels like it feels specific and personal.
I
never wanted you to watch Stand By Me because I was like just thinking, you wouldn't like it, and you didn't like it that much.
Yeah,
and we haven't even talked about it, but it's cool. We'll do Stand By Me at some point, and we'll hash it out.
Yeah, we won't. We're not doing that.
We have to. I'm the boss. Just kidding.
Love and Basketball sounds like it could be a good double feature with Past Lives, like the time jump, different stages of love.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
I don't want Past Lives to overshadow it. So
No.
So no.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Everybody.
I'm just gonna read these for a clip. Okay.
What is that?
Just our picks.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
For
So-
the clip. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Team Austin is Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Silence of the Lambs, Arrival, Past Lives, Black Swan, Rogue One, Incendia, and Roma. Okay.
Okay.
Team Jaren is Nocturnal Animals.
I want to read it.
Okay.
Team Jaren, Nocturnal Animals, The Help, Carrie, Pride and Prejudice, A League of Their Own, Ready or Not, Tangled, and Love and Basketball.
Okay, great.
Okay. Who won? I don't even want to compare this because it's just
Yours are really personal.
yeah.
The last bit of mine are pretty personal, but yeah, there's no comparison.
'Kay.
I won by a landslide, but there's
And I wanted to give you one because you were losing a little steam.
That's why I was talking to Grace about it. It's like I can't.
You can't lose. That's why you were like, I'm gonna just choose the best ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I went personal on this, but I wasn't joking. These are the films I want people to watch.
Exactly.
So
Not much would have changed. I want to list a few honorable mentions before we go.
okay.
I really love Barbie.
Okay.
I don't think it's a super high quality film.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked a lot about that. Barbie's an honorable mention.
It's just it's a crazy blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
It's hard.
entertaining, but yeah.
When you have these other pieces of art like Black Swan and Portrait of a Lady on Fire, it's hard to even compare.
Mm-hmm.
I do love Barbie. I, Tanya is also great.
Tanya's good. I thought about
Okay,
putting that on here.
the performance from Margot is insane.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Kevin, Midsummer. Mamma Mia.
We need to talk about Kevin. Oh, and that's Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
I
I didn't know you liked that movie that much when I suggested it. I
got
thought,
to rewatch it. I'm gonna rewatch it
okay.
because maybe Lady Bird, of course.
Yeah, I thought about picking that.
Scream 2022.
Yeah, 5. That was on mine. Oh, Scream 5. I have the original Scream.
Okay. Well, I like that too, but I just love Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera.
Okay. Me too, obviously.
So yeah, those are some of my honorable mentions. On the Basis of Sex, another powerful Felicity Jones performance.
Oh, I haven't seen
Armie Hammer's in that though, so it might ruin it.
Okay. Not for me, man.
Yeah, no.
You can be into whatever you want.
Okay, man.
Can I give a few honorable mentions?
Please go ahead.
Okay. Clueless. I think it's a good movie.
Right.
Very funny. Probably more for the girls, Yeah. Great performance. Alicia Silverstone. I don't know. It's just iconic. People know this film, but it's pretty old, 90s. But yeah, I very much recommend it. The Invisible Man.
Yeah,
mentioned
that's
that
on my list.
One of the best midway plot twists I've ever seen. Whoa, Original Scream. We've done an episode on it, or the new Screams, but we've talked about Screams. Thelma and Louise, very good. That's probably one of the most iconic female-led movies. I didn't like the end.
What, did they drive off a cliff or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it either. I've never seen it.
I just thought it was maybe I think there was a better resolution to this than that. Kind of just was a little bit hopeless. Little Women, great. Another Greta.
Great.
Watch all the Greta Gerwig films.
Yeah, Lady Bird.
Little Women. Edge of 17 is pretty good, I think. Haley Steinfeld. It was before she was who she was, and she's just kind of bugged me in this. But
speaking on Greta Gerwig, though, before we move on, Frances Ha is a movie that resonates with a ton of 20-year-old people and 20-year-old females.
Yeah,
especially. Didn't resonate too much with me.
Yeah, you said it was cringe.
Apparently, that's a fantastic movie.
Okay.
It's not super cringe. It's just
you said it was cringe, and any girl that liked it was cringe.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said.
I might be misquoting or whatever, but
yeah.
Okay, and forget I said Edge of 17. Whatever, movies mid.
Okay.
Midsommar, obviously.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening. We love you guys. We love you so much. I do this at the end of every pod, but thank you so much for listening. We'll be back to you next week. What are we going to do? I think I have a great idea. Old Boy. is back in theaters.
Yes. I was talking to Zach about that tonight. Let's go see it Monday.
Okay. It's a date.
Nice.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for fixating on film with us, you fixators. Good night.